How do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
He dropped out.
Yeah, he just dropped out.
I didn't know anything about that.
Oh, this is your first time hearing?
Yeah.
What do you think now, hearing this breaking news?
Who's he competing against again?
Trump?
Who's Trump competing against?
Oh, he was competing against Biden. Biden dropped out. He just endorsed Kamala Harris.
Interesting.
How do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
I didn't know.
You didn't know? So this is the first time you're hearing this news?
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Come around.
Are you really videotaping?
Don't worry about him. He's just following me around. How do you feel about it?
I don't really care. I think we need to have people like in politics that aren't like older than retirement age.
You know, I'm sad, a little bit sad for Joe, but I'm very excited to support Kamala Harris.
So Kamala or Trump in November, who are you voting for?
Absolutely Kamala.
What do you think about Joe Biden dropping out of the race?
I don't think he remembers dropping out of the race.
Are you voting this year?
No.
Why not?
I'm not voting at all.
How old are you? Are you old enough to vote?
Yes.
Why don't you vote?
I just don't do politics.
So people do politics for you, like people vote on your behalf?
No.
Do you speak on politics?
No.
Do you think it's fair to say if someone doesn't vote on politics for them not to speak on it?
I don't know.
Excuse me. How do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
I have no idea.
You don't? Do you feel anything about it?
Not really.
Are you voting this November?
Can't.
Why not?
Ex-felon.
You have an opinion?
What are you doing?
How do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
I feel okay about it. I mean, I think he's just a little too old. You know what I mean?
So would you have voted for Trump if Biden was still...
Oh, fuck no.
Why not?
I'm going to back away from this one. Because he's...
He's what?
He's not an okay person in my...
How do you judge that? Like, how do you judge who's an okay person and stuff like that?
I think just like a lot of his decisions and like the things that he's done over
What decision? Give me a decision, like something that he's done that rubbed you the wrong way.
I can't pick one.
Do you even have one in mind?
I can't even pick one.
Do you have one in mind?
No, I do not.
I don't like none of them, actually.
You're not going to vote?
No, I won't.
Why not? Why aren't you going to vote?
Who am I voting for?
Trump or Biden, but now Trump
but
or...
Which one of those benefit me as a black woman the most?
I mean, you tell me. That's why you would vote, right? You'd look into it.
But you know, it seems like you know more about it than me. Who would you vote for?
Well, I know. Well, I know who I would vote for, but I wouldn't vote for I wouldn't go off of me like voting as a black person. I just go off me voting as a citizen who would benefit.
Vote for somebody who's gonna benefit the collective.
But if you're not gonna vote, why even worry about that?
I wasn't worried about it. You asked me about it.
But that's why I asked you. Do you feel strongly about Trump?
I really don't really care about politicians as a whole.
Okay. If Trump got elected, would you feel strongly about that?
In what way?
Like, would you feel a way about that? Would you voice your opinion?
I wouldn't really feel a way about it because it personally wouldn't even affect me because like I don't even feel like our votes as black people really do anything.
Do white people's votes do anything?
Yeah. I mean, the world is ran by white people and their vote. So,
how do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
I really don't have no comment on it. I don't think anybody that's running for president should be president.
Why do you think that way?
Well, because one, Trump is a felon, right?
Yeah. Let's turn around this way.
Biden is a great-great-grandpa.
Biden is a great-great-grandpa?
Yeah, I believe.
If he's a great-great-grandpa, what are you?
I'm a grandma.
Oh, okay. Are you a great-great?
Nope, just a grandma.
So he endorsed Kamala Harris. Are you going to vote for her?
No.
So you're not? Are you going to vote this November?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Mickey Mouse. Actually, Minnie Mouse.
So you're not going to vote at all?
Yes, I am. It's my freedom to vote for anybody I want to.
Well, that's true, but why wouldn't you vote for like a viable candidate?
Because there is no viable candidates.
So you don't believe the two, like, I guess, presumptive nominees or the...
No.
You don't think...
Wait, Trump already had his turn.
That's why he's running again. He wants another term.
No, you don't get second chances.
Why do you not like Trump?
We're already... Because he's first of all, he's dumb. He's embarrassing.
What makes him dumb?
He throws fits. What makes him dumb?
Yeah, what makes him dumb?
He has no common sense.
Can you give me a time in which he hasn't used common sense, I guess?
Yeah, like when he got mad at the leader of the Vietnamese guy. What was his name?
I'm not sure.
He just died. I can't remember his name because I'm old.
So what did you get mad about him about?
I don't remember exactly, but I do remember there was a tiff.
So how is he done?
Listen, every time I hear about Trump, it's because he's in trouble somehow, some way, some way.
Have you heard from Trump from Trump or from others talking about Trump?
I've heard. I don't need to hear it from Trump.
Why wouldn't you just go listen to it from the horse's mouth, I guess?
Because he's a liar.
Feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
I can't even make a comment though. That's that man make his own decision though.
But how do you feel about it? I guess.
Well, I don't have no feeling about it. If he don't think he's capable of doing the job, then maybe he should drop out.
So now he endorsed Kamala Harris. Would you choose Kamala Harris? Vote for Kamala Harris over Trump?
Yeah, I definitely vote for her over.
Why her over Trump? I guess. Why?
Because you want to know the real reason though. The real reason. I don't know is discrimination or whatever. That's why I say because discrimination. That's what I think.
So would you vote? What do you mean by discrimination? I guess.
Everybody know that Trump might be discriminating.
Oh, Trump might discriminate against you?
Against us, black people, minority people, though.
I'm a black man. You don't want to answer my question.
That's whack.
Is that racist?
No, that's not.
I mean, there's something called the black vote. People talk about it a lot. I mean, it's the reason why the Democrats also talk about it, in which like a majority of black people who do vote Democrat, and black people usually in national elections usually vote as a whole in a collective mostly. And so I think our vote does do something. You don't think that's true?
I'm not sure. I'm not really into politics to know. Yeah, I don't even feel like our votes as black people really do anything.
Do you think it's okay to say like people who don't vote should never speak on politics ever?
I believe anyone should have a voice in anything.
Why should they have a voice if they choose not to play a part in the role that they can play?
What role can they play?
Voting.
What does that do? Has voting actually done anything for black people?
Oh, have I talked to y'all before? How do y'all feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
I don't want to be filmed right
Are you sure?
We're not from America.
Where y'all from?
We don't want to be filmed right now.
Excuse me. How do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
No, thank you. Sorry.
Are you from America?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Citizen?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
No comment.
How do you feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race?
It's about time.
It's about time. You were waiting for it. And why did you already suspect he was going to drop out?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah. He kept saying he was in it to win it. He could have, but that would have been great.
Do you not like Trump?
I don't dislike Trump. I think he did some really good things as a president, actually.
Do you like him?
As a human being? Absolutely not.
Why don't you like him as a human being?
I mean, a narcissist is never appealing, right?
Oh, what did he do that was narcissistic?
Just his views towards women, the way he treats people in general. It's very...
Can you give me like a specific, I guess, view?
I mean, the comment about how you should just grab a woman by her if I can treat her, if I can...
Do you think people would change?
Absolutely, I do.
So why would you judge him for something that he said in private, in confidence, and then now it's like years past? What if, like, do you think that you have a clean? Do you think that if people recorded your private conversations, you'd be?
No, definitely not.
So why would you judge him for that? If it's been years and it was private, a private conversation, not saying it was all right.
That's true. It was. You're right.
Did Trump tell you that, or did other people tell you that?
No, it's proof that he's in trouble with the law.
But you just lied to me and said that he's dumb, and then you brought up a person, and then you brought up a time, and you can't even remember what happened.
He was stupid.
But you can't even remember the dumb time.
He needs to take his toupee and go somewhere.
What?
Spend his little bit of money he's got left. And I have nothing else to say. Thank you.
Okay. What time was he actually dumb?
Every time he was on.
You haven't given me one. Excuse me. How do y'all feel about Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential?
What happens for black people when black people vote? What happens?
I mean, not only voting on the national.
Get better jobs when they vote? Do black people get less discrimination when they vote? Like, what actually happens for us to vote? Because I feel like even if I were to vote, I would still get discriminated against. I would still be like, I don't see the point in voting. I don't really speak on politics anyways, but I'm just saying, like, if people who don't vote want to speak on it, like, anyone has the right to anything.
Do you vote locally?
No.
Nobody, even Democrats, really likes Joe Biden. Like, realistically speaking, none of us were on necessarily Joe Biden's side. It was more of picking which one is going to take away the most rights out of either. And it's not necessarily saying that one or the other is, but we had to choose what we were passionate about.
So now that he endorsed Kamala Harris, are you guys going to vote for her over Trump?
Probably not. At this point, I don't even really know if I'm voting, just because I don't feel like my vote matters as much as it used to. I do feel like at this point, if you're in a lower class, it really doesn't matter what you vote for. Everyone else.
Gun to your head, Kamala Harris or Trump?
Shoot it.
I think that's kind of lame. I think that to live in a democracy, you have a responsibility to be part of that democracy. And voting is being part of the democracy. So to sit it out is lame.
But you talked about, like, okay, would, like, I guess, like, would I get jobs or would I get different things? Like, voting for different representatives allows that to happen.
If I were to vote and it means that I'm going to get better opportunities, then yeah, I would vote. But
that's what voting does.
Looking for, I don't see voting as something that, like,
what do you suggest? What do you
who
suggest?
Vote, I don't see their life improving because they vote.
Well, I think that's one part, right? You vote for your elected representatives, and then afterwards, like, you still have to do your part as a citizen to, you know, be successful in a sense. But what would you suggest for, like, in exchange for a voting? What does something in your day-to-day life?
It just depends on, like, what the person is offering. Like, hey, you vote for me and you get this.
But you don't vote, so don't worry about what they offer.
You asking me?
But what would you suggest instead of voting? Instead of voting? Yeah, you said voting doesn't really do nothing in your opinion.
These leaders to tell us what to do or how to act. I just think it's stupid. I think the people should be able to, like, do. I don't know. I just feel like having this hierarchy and having someone over us, it just feels like we're on a plantation. That's how I feel about it. I don't know.
So you still feel like a slave?
I don't feel like a slave. I just feel like it's weird. Like, I don't believe in there were ever slaves. I would believe that there were enslaved people, but I just feel like this overlooker type situation is just the same old thing.
So you feel like you're on a plantation?
I guess, yeah. That's kind of how it feels, and people are always watching me.
Gun to your head, Kamala Harris or Trump? Who you voting for?
Kamala.
I don't know if I'm the right person to be giving this message.
Would you say you're dumb or?
I'm not dumb. I'm just saying it doesn't affect me. And I'm also a lesbian. I'm a black lesbian. And most of these people y'all want us to vote for are going to take away my rights as a black lesbian woman. So I don't.
But if they were going to take away your rights as a black lesbian woman, why wouldn't you vote for the people opposed against that?
Who?
I mean, you said that they're taking away your rights, so I'm just asking you.
They are the people that we have to vote for. They will be doing that.
So why don't you vote for the opposite? Do you think every single elected representative wants to take away your rights as a?
I don't think there's no good person to vote for.
We may not ever have another election, in this country if Trump wins. That's the problem.
You really think that?
I sincerely feel that way. Yeah.
What are you gonna do then? Are you gonna flee the country?
Yeah, I don't plan on living here forever, and I have dual citizenship, so
Africa?
I'm half Jamaican.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Jamaica's not a good place either.
Well, I'd rather be around other black people than, I don't know.
Just getting high and smoking weed.
Do you think that's all Jamaican people do? That's kind of offensive to say, but
Wait, why is that? Why is that offensive?
that's what white people think when they think of Jamaicans. We just get high and smoke weed.
Why is everything about race?
Because I'm black, and my whole world experience is lived on being black. So yeah, everything is about race.
So everything for you is about race?
Yeah. I don't get why you're asking me this question. Like, you're a black man trying to belittle me, trying to find a point. Like, what's the point of you coming up to me to make this? Because you stopped me when I was on my way heading somewhere. Like, why aren't you asking white people what they feel about it? Why are you coming up to me as a black woman, bothering me?
What does you having to be a black woman have anything to do? You stopped and you chose to answer the questions.
Yeah, because I'm like, why are you coming up to me? You clearly saw my headphones on, but I just
And you took them off.
Y'all like to harass black women.
I'm harassing you?
Yeah, you are. Because actually, I don't give you permission to use any of this footage without my consent.
He's not even recording.
Then why the camera's in my face?
I'm not sure. Hey,
And why is he holding the camera if he's not recording?
but you're free to walk and leave. Like, it's a public space, right? I'm not harassing you. You took your thing off and you chose to answer the question while you knew.
No, like what is this? But like, I don't.
Well, that's what we got. We got more of your understanding. You know what I mean? It's nothing about having to do as a black woman. You have to do as a woman.
Content, and I know what y'all like to do. Y'all like to get content like this, and y'all like to switch it and fit your narrative. Like, what are you doing with this
both of us.
content that you're doing? Like, what,
Should this be the thumbnail? Like, black people
what
speaking?
are you doing with this?
You're free to walk away if you do want to. We're not doing anything with it.
Then why are you using it? Like, what platform is this going on to?
He's not recording.
Are you recording? How is he not recording if the camera is on?
He can't speak. Yo. He doesn't speak.
You're saying he's not recording.
No, he's deaf, but he's not recording though.
How is he not recording but the camera's not?
Because it's just like, I'd like to practice, and I like to practice as if it's the real thing.
See
what?
that he's not recording.
You see it right there.
No,
What?
I can't.
You can't tell. He's not recording. Don't worry about it. What's your name? What's your name? Okay, well, my name's Mongolo. My name's Mongolo. I understand.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
What's your name?
Smongolo.
Mongola.
Smongolo. Smongolo, nice to meet you.
Mongola.
Yeah. Trump would discriminate against black people.
Pretty much, yes.
And so you're voting for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman, or because what?
Because she's a black woman. Right?
Mongola.
Yeah.